Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda Dewald. I am a wife and mama of 2 boys with our 3rd boy on the way, due on Thanksgiving, so a little turkey baby. And today is Sunday, September 20th. So I am 30 weeks and 3 days currently. This video is going to be all about week 28 and 29. I said I was gonna be better about filming videos and not doing like 2 weeks at a time, but life happens and here we are. And I'm gonna try really hard to sit still because I'm actually sitting on, I got one of those like big yoga balls because my pelvic floor therapist had recommended it, my chiropractor recommended it, my midwife recommended it, and the pelvic floor, or not pelvic floor, I think she's like called a core fitness specialist, recommended it as well. So I finally got one, so I'm sitting on that, and I'm gonna try really hard not to be bouncing the whole time because I know that's annoying. All right, so weeks 28 and 29. I'm going to talk about my symptoms. I will talk about just like how everything is going, like getting closer to baby coming, being in my 3rd trimester, which is still so weird to me, and update you on the vehicle situation and the kittens that I announced last week, so I will give you guys some updates. But let's start with what you're here for, which is the pregnancy info. So let's start with pregnancy symptoms. Nothing has been crazy. Symptoms have just basically continued. I'm still having the pelvic pain. I'm still having the swelling and a lot of heartburn. Or like acid reflux, indigestion, all of that. My husband just texted me. I told him, I was like, let's go do all these things, and then I snuck up here and I'm filming a video. Oh boy. Anyway, so those things are like all continuing. I did have my glucose test, so I guess that's like the biggest thing that has happened in week 28 and 29. I don't honestly remember which week it was, but it was one of those weeks. So I've mentioned it in previous videos, but in case you're new here, if you are new, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you click the like button and hit that little subscribe so you can get notifications for other videos. And if you're returning, thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, so glucose test. So like I mentioned, I chose to do the finger prick. So I pricked my finger with a glucometer, which my husband already had because he is on a keto diet, which he has been for over a year, and so he has one that's like glucose and ketones or something. I don't really know. But anyway, I used that, and so I had to prick my finger in the morning, so basically after fasting, and then I also had to do it 2 hours after breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So 4 times a day for 3 days. It really was not bad at all. I didn't even have any marks or anything. His glucometer is actually a lot gentler. You can like dial, you can like change the setting so it like doesn't jab as much. Like the first time I did it, it hurt really bad, and he had it on like the hardest setting because he's got really thick skin. So I just turned it down to the lowest setting, and it like didn't hurt at all. It was totally fine. I know people are weird about pricking your finger, but I thought that I liked being able to see where my levels were versus just like drinking a sugary drink and hearing like, did I pass or fail? The nurse in me wants to know what my levels are and how my body is doing, so that's why I chose that route. Plus, I just really don't like the whole sugary drink thing, which sounds kind of contradictory because I'm not gonna lie, I've been eating a lot of ice cream. And like not even good ice cream, it's like crap ice cream. So I need to stop that. You guys need to yell at me in the comments, no more ice cream, Amanda. But anyway, so I did that, I passed, so that is good. I should have kept my sheet that I wrote down my stuff in so I could show you guys what my levels were. But I remember my lowest one, I think, was 76, and my highest was like 102 or 103, majority of them being in like the 80s and 90s range, so which is normal. So that's good. I got a CBC done, just normal routine, like pregnancy blood work, and everything came back normal. It did show that my white blood cell count was a little bit elevated, but when I looked up like information on that online, it said that in your third trimester that is very common, and my midwife had put on there like within normal limits. So it's not something that I'm worried about. I have been feeling fine, so nothing concerning. Baby has been moving a ton. He is very active. Like I've mentioned in previous videos, I feel like he has like patterns where he's active at certain times of the day, specifically like at night, most babies, you know, like in the evening hours, I should say. And then around like 7:30 in the morning, he's like up and at 'em, and then like a few times throughout the day. So that's exciting. And I have been feeling him more like everywhere. I know I've been talking about how I'm like nervous about him not being head down, which I still don't know if he is or not. We'll see. I have another appointment coming up this upcoming week, so we'll see what she thinks. Last appointment, she said she still did not think. She said just from feeling him, he didn't feel like he was in that position. He's tended to be like transverse, but I've been feeling him like moving a lot. So I know there's still a lot of room. I've been feeling like movement up here more, which is really exciting because before it was all just really down low, and that makes me nervous. Again, it could be hands or arms or whatever, but I don't know, just mama's intuition just didn't seem that way. But fingers crossed, we still have, 10 weeks-ish, a little less, for him to get in the right position. So hopefully that will happen. I have not been very good about doing inversions. I did them a few times, but I need to do them more just because, like I said, I don't know that he's not, but I just want to be prepared. I want to do everything that I can to encourage him to be in the right position so that we don't have any issues, because if he is breech, we can't have a home birth, and if you've been following this, that is the plan, is to have a home birth again for our third baby. So we had one with our second baby, and the plan is to have another one with our third baby, but if he is breech, then we can't do that. So please send all the good vibes and whatnot my way. That would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so that pretty much sums up symptoms for the last 2 weeks. My belly's gotten a lot bigger. I'll show you that. But I do want to update you. We are loving the van. I honestly haven't driven it much because my husband, our other car, our Jeep, is a lease, and he drives not like a long distance, but quite far for work, and I really don't drive that many places. So until the baby comes, he's been driving the van. I've been driving the Jeep. So I haven't really driven it a ton, but I did drive it on like a road trip a little bit ago, like road trip an hour and a half away. And it was really comfortable and really awesome, and the boys love it. They always want to go in the van. They named it Vader. So I don't know, do you guys name your cars? So our Jeep, our kid's named Stella, and it had to be a girl because we had no girls in the family. Like mom's the only girl, so they were like, the car is gonna be a girl. So they named her Stella, and they named the van Vader. It's black. So anyway, so now that your life is complete because you know the names of our cars, you can move on with your day. Before we get to the bump date, I did want to just give you an update on the kittens. I know it's not pregnancy related, but a lot of you follow me on social media, and maybe you're wondering, and I said I was going to do a kitten video, and I started it. I started the kitten video, but it's just been, things have just been crazy around here. So I haven't had time, but it will be coming. I was hoping I could do like a couple vlogs with them, but I think it's probably just gonna be one. But the kittens have been adopted to wonderful, wonderful homes. It was sad, I cried last night. My husband just looked at me and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I miss my kittens." Which I'm very glad that they have found homes, and I've gotten lots of pictures from the people who adopted them and sharing their stories about how like they're doing so well and everything, but it's tough. Like our house has been so full for the last month. So anyway, so the kittens have been adopted. We do still have 2. We're definitely keeping one. We're on the fence about the other one. My husband will tell you no. I don't know. I'm like do I want to be that cat lady? Because we already have 2 full-grown cats. So do I want to be the lady with 4 cats and 3 kids, one of which will be an infant, and 2 of the cats will be kittens? Like, I don't know, but I'm just having a hard time letting them go. So for now we have 2 of them, 3 were adopted out, and Mama went to the clinic and got spayed and got all of her updates on all of her health stuff, and they said she was good, and she has been released back outside, which I'm really sad about because I wish that we could have like adopted her or whatever, but she's just very feral, and I know she's happier outside. I haven't, like when we let her out, like she ran out of the crate and then she like stopped at our tree line and she like looked back at us and then kept going. So I don't know, like I hope that I see her. We did leave food out, but she hasn't eaten any of it. So I just hope that she's like okay and warm and safe and all of the things, but I just know like that was the best thing for her. So prayers for Mama Cat that she's good and well, and doing okay. But anyway, that is not pregnancy related, but there is your kitten update. I am going to give you a belly shot and then we'll wrap this up. Okay, so here is it's mine actually, but for you, shot of the 30-week and 3-day belly. And I have yet to have maternity photos done in any pregnancy that I've had. And I said to myself, I'm gonna do them with this pregnancy, and I still haven't like done anything, but I really would love to get some maternity photos done, so maybe we will do that. You can see my little belly button has kind of started to pop out. I have a pretty deep innie, so it takes a while, but it's like half in and half out, which is super weird. But anyway, so there is the belly. Baby's growing and happy. And I will see you guys next week. Thanks so much for tuning in.